Good morning. Welcome to the daily current affairs discussion session. The first topic that we take today is regarding the India's global initiative to save the big cat, the tiger population. India is among the tiger-rich country where tiger have their habitation. But as their number is falling globally, so what steps have been taken and what need to be done further to overcome the situation? This is the big point or major issue for discussion in this particular topic. Okay. 5 decades after India's launch the Project Tiger launched in India in 1970s. Check the dwindling population of the big cat and protect the natural habitat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently unveiled a global alliance that will work towards the protection and conservation of six species besides tiger, the cheetah, jaguar, leopard, lion, puma, and the snow leopard. A global alliance to protect these animals have been launched by the Prime Minister, Indian Prime Minister. So, with the intention to not only protect the tiger, but similar such, okay, where the population of the big cat, okay, can be preserved and protected for the posterity or for the future. Fine. According to the Ministry of Environment, Pollution, and Climate Change, the International Big Cat Alliance will reach out to range countries. Range country means tiger range country. So around 10 countries in the world have natural tiger habitats. So they are called as the tiger range countries. So India is one among the tiger range countries. Fine. Because tiger in its wild habitat is found in India. Okay. And Indian effort to protect this big cat is a noble step, and because this being at the top of the hierarchy in the food chain, protection of tiger will definitely help in protecting other in the habitat. Fine. Okay. The alliance will provide a platform for the member nations to share knowledge and expertise and extend support to recovery of efforts in potential habitats. The International Big Cat Alliance will also assist existing specific intergovernmental platforms to boost conservation efforts. Because recently India get some cheetah from Africa as part of the cheetah reintroduction program 40 years back. Okay, the cheetahs are lost from India, and the efforts were on by the government. Okay, and we succeeded in that when we are able to get around 20 cat from foreign countries and put them in the Kundo National Park. Okay, and if it succeed, which is being proven right now, it will add a new chapter in wildlife protection measure in the country. Fine. We put a new measure in the wildlife protection in the country. Fine. How did the Global Alliance come into being? Prime Minister first proposed an international group against poaching and illegal wildlife trade while releasing the country's tiger census report to mark Global Tiger Day in 2019. The PM reiterated the country's commitment towards animal protection and conservation, highlighted the threat of a decreasing and disturbed habitat and illegal trade as the set to be bring together head of government of big tiger range countries in an alliance to raise demand and finally curb poaching and illegal trade in Asia. Taking the lead, the central government set up the International Big Cat Alliance, which Modi has termed as extension to the spirit of his proposal. Fine. So it's no doubt that earlier India has attended the Tiger Summit hosted by Russia, and in protection of tiger, many steps have been taken in this direction. Fine. And all these resulted in increasing the number of tiger in the country, because there is a time the number of tigers in the country has drastically fallen. Okay, what will the role of the bloc? Broadly, the alliance will focus on the protection of the seven major cat species and work with countries harboring these cats, big cats, to stop the illegal wildlife trade. As per preliminary information, the global bloc will include as many as 97 range countries. However, unlike the Global Tiger Forum, it will work towards the conservation of natural habitat of the lion, snow leopard, puma, jaguar, and cheetah, along with the tiger. The role of the alliance, the IBCA will Big Cat International Big Cat Alliance, short name IBCA, will facilitate the mobilization of financial and technical resources for the overall ecosystem dealing with big cat species while implementing the conservation and protection agenda that has emerged from the experience of other countries. Okay. Prime Minister quoted protection of wildlife is a universal issue. International Big Cat Alliance is our endeavor for the protection and conservation of the big cat. Together, we will save this species from extinction and create a safe and healthy ecosystem. The IBCA and translocation of big cats. The alliance will synergize and speed up efforts in the translocation of big cats. In 2022, 8 cheetah arrived in India from Namibia, 7 decades after they became functional extinct in the country. As I told 70 years back, cheetahs were killed, and so finally they're extinct from India. India became cheetahless. Okay, and government started its effort in bringing cheetah from foreign countries, and in the first attempt we are able to get, okay, the eight cheetah from Namibia, and put them in the Kuno National Park. Fine. And in February 2023, 12 more cheetah were translocated from South Africa. First from Namibia and second from South Africa. These are the African cheetah, not Asian cheetah. Okay. Within Africa, cheetahs are there. So we tried, negotiated, and finally succeeded in bringing African cheetah and introduced them in Indian wild. And as per the report says, okay, starting from the end of 2022, nearly around 6 months, we have allowed or we have introduced 20 cheetah in India, and their progress is being monitored. Okay, okay. The government plans to translocate 12 big cats annually for the next 8 years to 10 years. Every year, 12 such cheetah will be introduced in India. After translocation of cheetah, the government expressed desire to launch similar initiative to move big cats. The center is already in talk with Cambodia, where the tiger was declared extinct in 2016 due to poaching and habitat losses. So from India, tiger will be translocated to Cambodia. Fine. India meanwhile is home to over 3,000 tigers, which is more than 75% of total global population. As per the latest government estimate, the tiger population was 1441 in 2006, 1706 in 2010, 2226 in 2014, and 2967 in 2018, 3116 in 2022. Okay, so drastically fallen to, so the number will come down to 1441 in 2006. It is a big concern, and the then Prime Minister created National Tiger Conservation Force Authority and National Tiger Force. Okay, to ensure the protection of the wild cat and their habitat, and that has given the result. We have a target to double the number by 2030, but fortunately, month before, so the number became more than double. This shows provided slight protection, they will increase their number because the climatic conditions and natural habitat is more suitable to them in India. Okay, so while the last data records significant increase since 2018, that means every year the number of tiger is increasing. According to data released by the PM, the number of tiger in India increased by 200 in the past 4 years. Look at the tiger population. See, okay, this is what we have crossed. Okay, this number. A tiger at One Vihar National Park in Bhopal on Sunday. So this is a pretty report. Okay, I look at the current status of the seven big cats. Lion, okay, status is vulnerable. Although lion are not endangered at present, population number could drop in the absence of proper conservation efforts. You know that last 1 year back, so a number of lion died in wild due to some disease. I usually estimate that 23 to 39,000 lions remain in the wild. However, data suggests that the number may be close to 20,000 as the population is declining. The population of lion in India is around 700 as per 2020 estimate. Range. Previously, lion roamed throughout Africa and part of Asia and Europe. The big cat is now found only in part of sub-Saharan Africa, along with a critical endangered subpopulation in West Africa and a small population of Asiatic lion at the Gir National Park in India. Third, there have been a significant decline in lion range due to land use and climate change. According to the World Wide Fund for Nature, lions currently inhabited only 8% of their former range, while the rest live out of protected area. In 2019 study revealed that Targeted poaching of lions accounted for 35% of known human-related lion killings. The Indian government launched the Asiatic Lion Project for long-term conservation of the species because India is host to the Asiatic lion population. Okay, so this is the figure available. Okay, so that means so almost all the cases. So leopard population is increasing, tiger population increase, lion population increase is increasing. Okay, because only a part of wildlife conservation launched by the Minister of Forest Environment and Climate Change. Okay, and the stringent activity vigil of the wildlife department is able to save the animals because earlier they are killed by human. Okay, then the next is tiger population around 33,000 705,000 tigers are living in the wild worldwide as per 2022 assessment by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. As per the World Wildlife Fund, tiger population are stable or increasing India, Nepal, Bhutan, Russia, China after years of decline. Range country includes Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Nepal, Russia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Threat: Tigers have lost 95% of the historical range according to World Wildlife Fund. The use of land by human for agricultural development pose serious risk to their habitats. Tiger need wide home range as they are territorial. Smaller habitat put them at higher risk of poaching as they venture beyond protected area to establish their territories. Climate change has emerged as a major serious concern in rising sea level threatening to wipe out forest areas. According to WHO study, projected sea level rise about a foot by 2070 could destroy nearly the entire Sundarban habitat, okay, which is the major habitat of the Royal Bengal tiger in India, the Sundarban wildlife sanctuary. So, rising sea level will totally destroy it. Okay. Additionally, tiger farm where the big cats are held captive for breeding and sale have emerged as a major obstacle to recovery and conservation effort. Okay, more than 8,000 tigers are estimated to be held captive in East and Southeast Asia as per the World Wildlife Fund for Nature. Okay, they are held in captive. In some countries have law where tigers are bred in captive and sold. Okay, in the Gulf countries, tigers have been kept at home. Okay, as pet. Okay, and even in Thailand, there is a tiger temple where tiger body part trade was there, which has been discovered subsequently and action taken against them. Then coming to the snow leopard, vulnerable. An estimated number of 4,000 to 6,500 snow leopards exist in the wild, with the population in decline. As per the expert in India, researchers estimate the total number to be between 400 to 700 range. Their habitat range extend across the mountainous regions of 12 countries across Asia, Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Republic, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. Threats: besides the loss of natural habitats, snow leopards face the threat of poaching, a decline in natural prey species, and retaliatory killing due to human-wildlife conflict led to falling number. The snow leopard habitat range has declined due to climate change, human disturbances, and increased use of grazing space by the transhuman method, where the people move their herd of animals to the higher altitude at the snow belts. Jaguar near threatened. As per the World Wildlife Fund estimate, global jaguar population around 1,73,000. The population distributed across 18 countries, with most of them in Amazon rainforest and Pantal in South America. Brazil accounts for half of the wild jaguar in the world. Threats like tigers, jaguars need larger territory to survive. Besides fragmented habitats, deforestation and agricultural activity have resulted in decline in their range. Estimates show that jaguars have already lost an approximately 50% of their historic range. Illegal hunting and trade have also played. Okay, they are low resulted in the decline of the population. Cheetah population, cheetah numbers have declined from estimated 15,075 to less than 7,000 today's age. The species were declared extinct in India in 1952 by killing only. Okay, due to only killing, the cheetah have been completely okay. So means eliminated from India, and recently government has taken the steps to introduce the big cat is endemic to savanna in Africa. Initially, they are found in Africa, India, Pakistan, Russia, Iran, and the Middle East. Currently, the majority live in East and the South Africa. Third, cheetah have reported lost 75% of their historic range in Africa. Besides the loss of habitat, the species suffer due to human conflict, wildlife conflict, climate change, loss of prey, and illegal trafficking. The cheetah in India, India became cheetahless due to killing of the cheetah. Okay, and so since after 70 years, government take the steps to reintroduce cheetah, and the first cheetah reintroduction program was launched in 2022, and by February 2023, 20 cheetahs from Africa, Namibia and South Africa have been translocated and released in the Kuno National Park. Okay. Puma, the total breeding population of Puma is estimated to be around 50,000 and is on declining trend. The known as the mountain lion, the Puma is found in habitat ranging Canada through the US and Central South America. Threats, the species face threats of loss of habitat and prey besides human wildlife conflict. Then the leopard, a population around 250,000 leopards exist globally, while the population is estimated at around 13,000 in India. Range Africa, parts of Middle East and Asia, including India and China. Threat, like other big cat species, leopard globally face the threat of habitat loss, poaching for body parts, and harm due to human intervention. In India, the biggest threat is an increasing conflict with humans. Several leopards have died due to road accident in protected areas because tourism is allowed. So and movement of people are allowed. So although it is not legal but illegal, but that has resulted in declining their number. Okay. The next topic is the Inter Services Organization Command, Control and Discipline Bill 2023. Recently, the government introduced a bill which seeks to empower designated defense heads of inter-service organizations with certain administrative and disciplinary power over a personnel serving in the command or attached to it. The bill, the Inter-Services Organization Command, Control and Discipline Bill 2023, was tabled in Lok Sabha by Minister of State for Defense Ajay Bhatt during the recently concluded budget session. Inter-services organization includes soldiers from the Army, the Air Force and the Navy, like Joint Training Institution, National Defence Academy, National Defence College, Defence Services Staff College and the Andaman and Nicobar Command. The rationale behind the proposed law: at present, armed forces personnel are governed by the provisions of the three separate laws for the three services. The Air Force Act 1950, the Army Act 1950 and the Navy Act 1957. Only an officer of the same service holds disciplinary power over persons governed by the respective act. As far as inter-service organization are concerned, this directly impact command, control and discipline. Okay, because only the officers of the same forces can take any disciplinary action against the personnel from their own respective forces, but it cannot be taken on interdisciplinary manner. But the bill has a provision for this. Fine. Since the commander-in-chief of a joint service command and the officer in command of any of the inter-service organization are not empowered with discipline power, any person accused of the offense has to be sent back to the parent service unit for any disciplinary or administrative action. When there is joint service, so the officer, as he belongs to a particular force, he cannot take any disciplinary action against the hiring officers. He only can suggest, and that suggest and send the person back to his own parent service where disciplinary action can be taken against him. This sometimes hamper the proper functioning. Fine. Okay. For example, if an Air Force officer commits an offense in the Defense Service Staff College, The academic commandant, who is a three-star rank officer of Indian Army, cannot initiate action against said individual. Instead, the officer is repatriated to the parent Air Force unit, and action any will follow under the Air Force Act 1950. According to the bill, existing framework is time-consuming and involve financial cost to move the personnel. Proceedings become more and more cumbersome. Okay, but involve personnel belonging to different services. As a result, multiple sets of proceedings under the respective service are required to be initiated, which impedes expeditious disposal of cases, thereby affecting the standard of discipline. The proposed legislation aims to address these impediments to ensure discipline is maintained and targets faster disposal of cases, which in turn is likely to save time and public money without disturbing the unique service conditions or amending the service acts. What are the key provisions of the bill? While the existing inter-service organization will be deemed to have been constituted under the bill, the proposed legislation seek to empower the central government to set up an inter-service organization by notification. This can include a joint service command. Okay. The superintendents of the inter-service organization will be vested in the central government, who shall have the power to issue direction to each of such organization on any matters concerning national security or general administration, if it consider it necessary and expedient to do so in public interest. All disciplinary and administrative power in terms of personnel serving or attached to an existing or a future inter-service organization will lie with the commander-in-chief, the officer in command, or any other officer especially empowered by the central government. While serving in or attached to an inter-service organization, Personnel will continue to be governed by their respective service acts. Expect the enabling legislation to pave the way for tangible benefits such as expeditious disposal of cases, saving of time and public money by avoiding multiple proceedings, and greater integration among the armed forces personnel. How it will affect the tri-service uh, theaterization plan, the inter-service organization command control discipline bill introduction in parliament has become amid deliberations on the theater command system that look to integrate the capabilities of the three services. Each of the three, so the commander may be from any one services. All the three services will be deployed there, but the commander one service. In that case, okay, so it will be big advantage for the government as well as. Okay, so the all the units will work as a single entity looking after security challenges in a specified geographical territory under an operational commander. The bill holds the potential to ensure better management of threat commands once they are operationalized. The difference in the rules of the Service Act when it comes to justice delivery for the same offense however, can emerge as a cause of concern. Fine. Then the next topic is why a stellar planet pair just 12 light years away emitting radio signals. In October 2023, the constellation of Cetus in the evening sky, visible to the unaided eye up above the region. It would also probably looking in the general direction of an alien world called YZ SETI B that has suddenly become the cynosphere of astronomers. YZ SETI B is a rocky Earth-shaped exoplanet, planet that orbit a star other than our sun, rotating around a small red dwarf star. YZ SETI, barely 12 light years from Earth, a handset distance in astronomical terms. Okay, 12 light years is a very handset distance in astronomical terms. Astronomers are excited because they have detected a leaping radio signal from the exoplanet that suggests the presence of magnetic field around it. How was the discovery made? The discovery was made by the Jackie Wilden from Bunkell University, Pennsylvania, and Sebastian Pineda from the University of Colorado, Boulder, using the Carl G. Jansi Very Large Array Radio Telescope in New Mexico. They have discovered it. They had to make multiple round of observations before they could detect the radio signal from the star YZ SETI, which seemed to match the orbital period of the planet YZ SETI B. From this, they deducted that the signal were a result of the interaction between the planet's magnetic field and the star. Why does the magnetic field matters? Just as energy surge from the sun sometimes disrupt telecommunication on Earth and damaging orbiting satellite, intense burst of energy from the YZ SETI star exoplanets exchange production spectacular early lights. Scientists see this indirectly in the form of the radio emission we receive. These radio waves, strong enough to be picked up on Earth, confirm the existence of an exoplanetary magnetic field. Such a signal can only be produced if the exoplanet's orbit very close to its parent star and its own magnetic field to influence the stellar wind and. Okay, so just as the energy surge from the sun, okay, these radio waves strong enough to be picked up on Earth confirm the existence of an exoplanetary magnetic field. Such signal can only be produced if the exoplanet's orbit very close to its parent star and has its own magnetic field to influence the stellar wind and generate the signals. What is the implications of the YZ SETI B out by the small orbit of the YZ SETI B? The astronomers determined that the planet takes just a couple of Earth days to circulate its star. To compare, Mercury, which has the smallest planetary orbit in the solar system, takes a little under the 3 Earth months to go around the Sun. Since the mid 1990s, astronomers have found hundreds of planets orbiting stars similar to the Sun, suggesting that planets formation in the universe galaxy is more common than scientists ever reckoned. Data from space science missions such as the Kepler, the June, where no life is there. How common are such magnetic fields? With such overwhelming numbers, it always to reason that strong planetary magnetic fields should be common outside the solar system. Now, nevertheless, despite many of the large exoplanets detected thus far being found to possess magnetic fields, planetary scientists have never been able to identify such field on smaller rocky exoplanets until now. The latest findings are confirmed by further research to demonstrate the ability of the methodology to lead towards the magnetic characterization of the exoplanets. This is important because the survival of the planet's atmosphere may well depend on its having or not having a strong magnetic field, since the field protects its atmosphere from being eroded by the charged particles blowing in from its star. Usually, planets this close to their star are very hot and are likely to have their atmosphere eroded away across the billions of years of history of exoplanetary system. Near to the sun, they will be too hot. 790 and came into force in June 20, 2001. The rule and regulations related to forex transactions in India were simplified and liberalized under the FEMA to ensure better foreign cash flow. Because we opened our economy in 1991 by the economic reforms, so the outdated law. Okay, so the Foreign Exchange Management Act was created primarily to unify and update foreign exchange law to facilitate international trade and payment and to support the orderly growth and upkeep of the Indian foreign exchange market. India as a whole is covered by FEMA. The statute also covers all branches, offices, and agencies owned or controlled by an Indian resident outside India. Okay. Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Comparison. The Foreign Exchange Regulation Act was passed by the Indian Parliament in 1973, where the Act was passed in 1999. FERA came into force in 1974, FEMA came into force in 2000. FERA was replaced by the Bajpayee administration in 1990. FEMA succeeded FERA. FERA has 81 sections, FEMA has 49 sections. FERA was conceived with the notion that foreign exchange is scarce resources. The idea that foreign exchange is an asset was then when FEMA was erected. Foreign payments were governed by the FERA regulations in the FERA under the FERA Act. The FEMA concentrated on boosting India's foreign exchange reserve and encouraging overseas trade and payment. Hera's main goal was to save foreign exchange. FEMA's main goal is to manage foreign exchange. Save one is to manage. Manage only in plenty. The term authorized persons had a limited definition. The phrase authorized person was defined more broadly. Who can do this? Who can give this foreign exchange person? A civil crime would be committed if FEMA regulations are broken. Okay. This is the big difference. So FEMA is an improvement over FERA in the open market. FERA violates violations. Suspects are not given legal representation. Legal assistance given to anyone charged with breaking the FEMA rules. The appeal were submitted to the High Court because there was no provisions for a tribunal. A special director appeals and special tribunal were provided under FEMA. There was a direct punishment clause for individuals who broke the FEMA regulations. Those found guilty of breaking FEMA regulations must pay a fine, being on the day of the conviction. The offender should be put in jail if the fine is not paid within 90 days. Okay, initially no fine, only payment. The Reserve Bank of India must first give its clearance before any money can be remittances. IT was not included in the budget forms launched in 1991. The previous law that governed the foreign exchange in the country was changed from FERA to FEMA. Okay. So regulation is when the item is in scarcity, like the foreign exchange that is scarcity. FEMA is Foreign Exchange Management Act. We go for management when there is a plenty. So it is presumed that FEMA is a law for plenty, unlike its FERA counterpart, which was a law in the time of scarcity. Fine. Then coming to the question, specify the reason behind the loss of biodiversity at an alarming rate in recent years. What could be the potential impact of biodiversity loss on human health? According to Living Planet report by the Worldwide Fund for Nature, okay, in the last 50 years, there has been 69% of the decline in wildlife population of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and fish globally. Researchers believe that Earth is witnessing its sixth mass extinction, even and in recent years are changes in the land use, the degradation and conservation of forests to alternative land use such as agriculture is one of the leading cause of biodiversity losses, especially in the tropics. With a projected global population of 9.8 billion by 2050, land utilization for agriculture is expected to increase. These land use changes are one of the greatest threat to remaining biodiversity, uh, biologically diverse habitats. Okay, in habitat fragmentation and destruction, factors such as development of agricultural practices, reduce resources such as food, water, air quality, mining population, and activity related to the urbanization are leading to habitat fragmentation. Okay, nutrient loading over the past 4 decades, the major cause of extinction, especially on islands and in freshwater habitats. Okay, 80% of the threatened species in the fibrous mass of South Africa are endangered due to invasion by the alien species. The natural disaster, natural catastrophes such as volcanoes, wildlife, fire, flood, hurricanes, drought, and epidemic too much also uh, cause loss of biodiversity. Climate change, the risk of specific extinction increases with every degree of warming. In recent rising temperatures, increase in risk of irreversible loss of marine and coastal ecosystem. Coral have nearly halved in the past 30 years. 150 years. Okay, over exploitation so of resources is another reason. Okay, over exploitation remains a serious threat to many species of population. Among the most commonly overexploited species or group of species are marine fish and invertebrates, trees and animals hunted for meat. They become extinct. How biodiversity can impact human health? Okay, biodiversity is the basic of human needed medicines. Now, intergovernmental Okay, Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. Around 70% of the cancer medicines are based on nature. Then biodiversity provides for traditional medicines. An estimated 4 billion people still rely on discovery Loss of species can further impact future drug discovery as it could lead to loss of molecules on which researchers are yet to done. Rise in infectious diseases, human activity are disturbing both the structure and the function of ecosystem and altering native biodiversity. Patterns of infectious disease are patterns of infectious disease are sensitive to these disturbances. Human health and planet health are intricately intertwined. Hence, it is the responsibility of mankind to save the planet and take some crucial. The key target agreed upon at the COP 15 and SDG goal 13 and 15 must be implemented to protect biodiversity. Right. Then coming to the MCQs, which one of the following statement is correct with reference to HEMA in India? The first replaced by Forest Management Act in 2001. Okay, so which reference? Okay, the term Goldilocks zone is often seen in news in context of search for the Earth-like planet in our outer space is known as the that Goldilocks zone. So answer is she. With reference to Global Tiger Forum, consider the following: it is an intergovernmental international body working exclusively for the conservation of tiger in the wild. All the tiger range countries are member of the forum. UK is the only non-tiger range member country here. Question number 3. So 1 and 3, okay, are correct because all are not member here. Integrated Tiger Habitat Conservation Program is an initiative of it is the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN). It is the program IUCN called the Integrated Tiger Habitat Conservation Program. If a major solar storm, solar flares reaches the Earth, which the following are the possible effect upon Earth? GPS and navigation system could fall, definitely. A tsunami could occur at equator and mass of the planet's snow. Orbits of the satellite could be disturbed, that is right. Shortwave radio communication for aircraft flying over the polar regions could be interrupted, that is also right. So, correct option 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. C is the right answer. Jiban Reddy Committee is related to electoral reforms. C. A stretch of the beach at Bimali near Visakhapatnam glowed with the phenomena called bioluminescence. With reference to it, consider the following. Bioluminescence occurs due to the presence of single-celled organism called the dinoflagellates. The produce light when they are disturbed. Most bioluminescent organisms found in the ocean. Bioluminescence is widespread among the deep sea animals in general. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. All the three are correct. Answer is D. A recent study on highlighted zero budget natural farming in Andhra Pradesh yielded more. Okay, keep watching regularly to update yourself on the major developments. Thank you.